Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dead Cells, where we still have some work to do before we're really tearing it up on 4 cells here. I'm still thinking though, I have been considering paths through the game, and honestly I'm still kind of thinking the giant might be the smart way to go. Obviously, if we go straight from the giant to the throne room, we're going to miss a bunch of scrolls. But I think there are probably situations where that's still the right thing to do, where we just don't have the resources to make it through the later biomes, and we could at least take a shot at a lucky boss fight. But also in general, I think I'm gonna probably most of the time take less damage against the giant, unless we have a really high DPS build. Anyway, what are we doing here today? We do have a couple of S ranks, but to be perfectly honest with you, I kind of just want to play with the electric whip. I think the electric whip's real fun. And there's some stars and stuff in here. Let's pick this one up. So, bonus damage to poisoned and rooted targets, and also launches a grenade. That's exciting. I do love a good one of these. And then it's do I want to wield a frantic sword? Oh, it does have a good star. The thing is, I'm going to mostly be attacking with my electric whip anyway. I kind of think I'd rather have a shield than what is effectively a second melee weapon. Maybe that's foolishness. I guess we'll see. So it's been a minute, thanks to life stuff, the vicissitudes of trying to live in reality, and so I might be a little bit rusty. But that's all right. The electric whip is very powerful. It will save us. I should probably actually go over here and eliminate this guy. I'm going to regret it if I don't. Oh, and also his twin brother, who is for some reason standing in knee-deep water. Possibly the worst possible place to be while waiting for me. Man, I think this item is great. This weapon is great in general, but when it fires a grenade, that really does dial it up just a little bit, huh? Alright, the key to avoiding teleportation and overeager enemies jumping at you and stuff is just to never touch the ground. Why would you ever fight someone from the ground when you could fight them from not the ground? Okay, I mean, we're not taking anything here, but it's fun to look. Who doesn't like a little window shopping? Alright, I do not feel very good about our odds on the timed door. You know, I know by now, I certainly ought to know, that you cannot just roll through both hits of that because the roll cooldown is too long. And yet, here I am. Oof. Not a great start. It's alright, we're gonna find a non-infected floor chicken and everything's gonna be okay. And you know, we did secure our combo door already. So there's an elite down there, an elite with a star. That elite has one of my scrolls. Well, then I guess we better do this. Well, I couldn't even throw my grenade fast enough to avoid the crystal, the stupid crystal. Okay, the good news is damage from the crystal doesn't give you malaise, and as such, it's not even really damage. I don't care about my health pool almost at all. I think we're gonna keep the oil fire one. I mean, projectile damage reduced is kind of whatever. I get all excited whenever I see a star on an amulet, and then it turns out to be that thing, which I don't care about at all. Do I want this over my current shield? And this thing will really kill an enemy if you parry with it. You know what? Sure. And it does poison, and it starts a fire. I'm into it. Oh, wait a second. Did I see... No, okay. Thought I saw a rune in the wall. So... What, sewers, conjunctivius? I mean, I hate to be boring, but maybe the route we were taking to the giant when we were still trying to get that first victory is the right one for this? Because the sewers aren't really that bad. I mean, the conjunctivius fight is certainly a place where I can take some bad damage, and, you know, I've proven that many times. But it's not that hard. I'm definitely less likely to get, to take a huge amount of damage against the concierge, but conjunctivius is fightable. It's doable. Hooray, more elites. Interesting. I'm surprised that he attacked the same direction twice on that first volley. I don't think we really want to... Yeah, I don't think we really want to try to just go around here. Oh god! Additional enemies everywhere. Hey, that was pretty cool. Okay, healthy pastry. A non-poisoned pastry is a happy pastry. Much like an SB, a non-poisoned SB is a happy SB. Well, okay, that's overreaching. A poisoned SB is never a happy one, but it doesn't necessarily... Not necessarily the case that you can negate both of the conditions there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little unimpressed by the damage that we're getting out of our fancy murder shield. Hey, I took damage on that. That's not how that's supposed to work. Oh god, I thought I would have time to roll through. Oh, this is going terribly. Okay, it's fine. Listen, it's all recoverable. Here's the thing about this. There's no reason to panic. Me. Is it good stuff? Ooh, it is good stuff. I'll take that for sure. And then, do we want oil grenade? Kind of like the stuff we have now. So, we have both of our scrolls. We have our combo door locked already. Yeah, I think we just go through. Oh, I never actually grabbed the necklace from the second elite. I got distracted because there were still so many enemies around. I don't even think I looked at what it was. My guess is it's not going to be terribly compelling. Most of the time, they're not better than start an oil fire. Oh no, I did briefly look at that. And identify it as a thing I didn't care about. Okay, the sewers. Everybody has a good time in the sewers. And I think a thing we're just going to have to get used to is taking all of the cursed chests that we can. Right, like every floor rune, every cursed chest, you've got to get every scroll you can get your hands on, and you just have to, you know, not die. You can play safe and slow with your curse. Often it is the case you can play safe and slow. Wow. 3 items that have 0 purple between them. Pretty cool. I guess I'm just selling? Yeah, I don't think I want any of this stuff. That's a big bummer. Okay, so I did play a little bit while I was sick. You can see I was just kind of messing around in the early areas. I thought it would be good to just get some of these boring rewards out of the way, so I bought all of the runes, and also I almost bought gold reserves, and then I stopped, because I don't remember why. Probably because I was just feeling crappy and I wanted to go lay down. You know, we do have some cool bows. We should unlock a cool new bow this run. We'll do this, like, right before Conjunctivius. We'll get ourselves a new bow. So I think for right now, I actually am just going to pour cells into this, though. We may as well start with the extra 500 gold, right? I can't imagine the mutations that we bought. I find it hard to believe we will ever use any of them, frankly. So, what do we want? We could put ourselves into a support build. We are not really in a great place to take advantage of many of the purple mutations. Crowsfoot's not too hard to apply. Dodging enemies at the last moment slows them briefly is maybe a good idea. But maybe we should just take some, like, general toughness stuff, like disengagement, or I mean, pretty much that. Pretty much just disengagement. Yeah. Alright. I don't know, man. I feel like with the purple build, you don't really have a lot of interesting options for offensive mutations, which is, you know, to offset the fact that the purple weapons already have a lot of offensive advantages in that you can wield them from great safety. Oh, I don't know. For some reason, I thought he was going to attack me while he was doing the leap in. Like I said, my brain's just, I'm getting into Dead Cells mode, you know, bit by bit here. Don't think that should be terribly dangerous. Oh, that was maybe a little bit aggressive. Alright, gotta remember, we can combo from the air. We don't necessarily have to go down onto the ground with them. I mean, we're doing pretty well on money so far. Another thing I like a lot about the path, the graveyard path through to the giant, you know, graveyard itself aside, because certainly that's not the easiest biome in the world, is that it means we get a food shop at a really critical point in the run, where it's like, this is a good time to pick up money, and then a good time to pick up health, and then also it's a good time, it's like a time when you're likely to actually have the money to buy the big flask charge. Which is a huge thing here in these malaise times. Yeah, like a flask charge plus some cough syrup that's a hell of a lot of malaise removed. Alright, we're gonna ignore the elite for the moment. Not 100% clear what the way out of this area is. I would really love it if we could get our combo worked out here. Ooh. Why, that's a clean chicken. It's a turkey. That's a clean turkey. Oh, his projectile just disappeared in midair. Again, it sometimes feels like enemies find a way to miss when I would otherwise get a parry, and it's very frustrating. Okay, 40. Ah, he faked me out. If you roll through his attack too early, he doesn't actually commit it. It's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous move. He's a real master strategist, that one. Oh, I missed entirely with my frost grenade. Just got a little overexcited. Ah. It was a slightly bigger worm than I was prepared to deal with all of a sudden. Okay, just a single bat. Everything's fine. So it looks like up there is probably where we want to go next. Oh. I stepped in the goop for just a second. Everything's fine. Alright, combo door secured. Now we can be a little bit more aggressive. Where was that? That elite was back here, right? You know what? I'm going to go back and get him now. He's not really near a teleporter. Like, it's going to be a run no matter when we do it. May as well. Just get it over with. Okay. Alright, well, I do believe this is a little under control. Fortunately, that's not an enemy with a very clever pattern. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a winner. Burn the ground when you run is very strong. Okay, we're going to leave the chicken, obviously. Listen, can anybody even tell the difference between a chicken and a turkey? Have you ever seen a chicken and a turkey in the same place at the same time? I'm just saying, there's no compelling evidence that they aren't the same bird. So I don't know what the turkey's thinking, just like wearing a mask over the top half of its face, like that's going to make people unable to tell the difference. It's ridiculous. What an absurd concept. Ow, my ankles. The ankles of my stolen body. Still don't really want one of those. A telluric shock that spreads oil on enemies does seem like a pretty good one, in a broad general sense. What if I did a real bad job? Wouldn't that be a huge surprise to everyone? These guys are... they could wise up a little bit. It feels a little sad, is all I'm saying. What are you, an even better spiked shield? This one does not poison people, but it does freeze and do oil and stuff. Yeah, sure. Sure. There's a lot to be said for the poison, because enemies who are killed while poisoned spread a gas cloud. But I think that we will survive without it, and I actually really like the oil spreading, since we have free fire everywhere we go and everything. I can't tell what's in there. You can usually kind of see the shape of it. See, that's pretty effective. That's a lot of downtime. Okay, it's a swift sword. Victims release a toxic cloud with each hit. Yo, that's a pretty good sword. I kind of love the electric whip, but we probably ought to take this, huh? Yeah. So do I want to keep the whip as like a weird ranged weapon, or are we sword and shield for a minute until we buy our bow? I'm gonna drop the whip, I think. And then do we want this thing? I think the answer is no. I think I like my current skills. The whip is great and everything, but you know, so is a swift sword. I think we'll drop... you know what? I probably should have grabbed that shield. I was just putting it away because I was thinking, well, that's not a bow. I'm looking for a bow for my offhand. But that was a purple shield that was actually, like... It would only have to be basically okay for it to be smart to replace our current shield with it. Yeah, the poison cloud on attack is, like, a very powerful trait. See? Look how powerful it is. Ah, shoot. Didn't quite get there in time. Alright, so we just continue through as fast as possible. I'm in crit mode and I want to use my crits. No. It's the exit. This isn't where the enemies are. Ooh, Death Orb 7S. Man, you find some good gear early on in the higher cell levels. It's the second biome. We're finding a Death Orb 7S. Yeah, a Nerves of Steel might be fun. I don't actually know how the generation of the crit bonus works. We're going to leave that for the moment. I don't know if it's like you kill a certain number of enemies in a certain amount of time, or if it's a certain number of significant enemies in a certain amount of time. Like, you know, with the way the combo counter doesn't count the little worms. Basically, I'm not sure if the speed combo counter does either. I'm a little worried that he's gonna like launch that attack when he comes out of that state. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes this game does things like that. You know what's really good is remembering you have a shield and actually using it. The game does a great job of making you feel like a total master of combat every single time you get a parry. You know, you gotta let yourself enjoy the feeling. Nope. I mean, we had to know that was unlikely, right? Basically, if it doesn't also have you start fires everywhere you go, it's gonna be a real hard sell for me. Ah! Really thought I was close enough to hit him there. Well, that's also a little embarrassing. That's fine. At least the poison goo doesn't give you the malaise. Which, when you think about it, is kind of like that's the thing you would expect to make you sick when you touch it. Okay, it seems like the little baby worm enemies don't malaise you when they hit you. I wonder if it's the case that only enemies that count for the combo counter give you melees. Okay, just making sure. So we are going to do the corrupted prison. And honestly, this might be the moment for us to buy our bow, actually. Here, let's go up there and get that. Did you come over here so I can hit you? Alright, there we go. Do we want an oil grenade now that we cause so much fire? You know what, I think I'm going to take it over the lacerating aura. Alright, let's go get some food. So we're going to drop down to 2 melees here, which is pretty good news. And then we might buy ourselves a bow for the purpose of trying to survive the curse. If I were in rougher shape here, I think this is a situation where it would be sensible to buy the mutation that removes melees and heals you whenever you remove points of curse. But since we're actually doing just fine, yeah, let's go kill these 2 enemies. I should have done this before eating the chicken. Since we're actually doing just fine, I think we'll try to pick up something that has a little bit of offensive utility. I don't know exactly what that is, what I mean by that. I guess if I take a bow right now, there's a non-zero chance that I just replace it with whatever it is that we find in the cursed chest. But if we don't have a bow for this next part, I'm going to feel a little bit nervous, I think. I don't think we want that. That's a no... Wow. Combo doors have been unkind. I mean, this is a really good version of this thing. It's just... it's not on color. So, the question... do we... I mean, we're going to finish this no matter what. Do we unlock a thing that there's a pretty good chance we're just going to immediately replace? I think it's important enough that we have a functional ranged weapon that I am, in fact... I kind of want to save the Nerves of Steel for... yeah, let's unlock this. We'll save the Nerves of Steel for later, because I actually would really like a high-level version of that. We're going to grab this right now. And if we think there's a real chance we're going to die, we should probably pour these cells into something. To be perfectly honest with you, I just don't even want to unlock the Cursed Sword, because I'm never going to want to take it, so why even put the cells in there? So I guess let's just... you know what? We're going to unlock this as well. Explosive Decoy is actually pretty compelling. I'm not going to unlock this. I think we might want to use this later. We'll get it real close, so it's cheap to do it later. And then... we're not even going to take this, but I'm going to put cells into it. And we're just going to add it to the item pool. And then... yeah. Okay. So, you I have no interest in. I like my grenades. You I'm going to replace a grenade with, even though I do like them. Do we want... I think I want to keep the oil grenade for right now. And also, the oil grenade does like a fair amount of damage. Alright, then we're going to replace our shield with this guy. So the deal with the marksman's bow is it deals a big fat crit to enemies, and you can see there, it is a really big crit. As long as you hit them from really far away. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our explosive decoy, because we're probably going to hold on to this for a while. I'm not going to do it with the bow, because I don't know that we'll hold the bow. Okay, creates burning, drops a grenade when destroyed. So as you might imagine, you know, it's just like it's a decoy. Monsters want to fight it, and then when they do fight it, it blows up. And we'll probably hold on to this for a while. Ooh, reforge those modifiers. Okay. Give me a double damage oil grenade. Who on Earth would want such a thing? Now that we have a proper ranged weapon, We could take Tranquility and try to just be this guy. Again, it's tricky because I don't know what enemies near you means. You know what? Let's take Ripper. We don't have a huge amount of ammo with this thing, and also there are a lot of situations where we're going to like shoot something once as it comes in, and then go into melee, because this bow is not necessarily great to use at close range. And we get a little bit of free damage out of that first melee attack. Alright, show me something incredibly compelling. Why, it's a flint that I'm not going to take. Yep. I will 100% for certain get myself killed with that. It's not the flint's fault, but I still can't take it. Okay. So don't be afraid to use the decoy. Alright, it doesn't explode quite as large an area as I would like. We're going to play real careful. See, now I've done it. Now he's aware of me. But he can't seem to get up here, so I guess it's okay. Here, fight that. That's basically me. Okay, we got a horrible bird monster. Oof. Well, this is bad news. Oh, Boy, I thought I was outside the circle. Apparently not. I thought I was fine where I was. I thought he was doing that attack as a reaction to, like, the dummy was no longer, was not, like, an untarget yet. But, no, he was doing it because he could hit me, and I didn't think he was going to be able to hit me. Well, that's a dumb way to die. Okay, what do we got here? Well, we could play with our new bow a little bit. We could Hayabusa Boots. I like Hayabusa Boots. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a lot of good color synergy. I guess this one has okay synergy. Go Shovel and this and Stun Grenade, and then we have just another off-color grenade. This is fairly green. Ow. Okay, with the shield guys. Very difficult to set up a situation where we can participate in the game on that one. So we're already at 3 melees, and it's not getting a lot better. Little animation locked there and couldn't parry. Oof. Boy. I mean, we're going to be able to food some of this off, probably. And if we just like play cautiously for a biome or two, it's not unrecoverable, but it's certainly not the way I want to start. I mean, it's a good shield. So the greed shield, if you hit an enemy with it, it knocks a gold tooth out of them that's worth a little bit of money. In general, being short on cash is not a problem we are having. This is a solution to a problem that does not exist. So we will be looking for a more exciting shield to replace this with. Whoa, that was a little more vertical than the rat leap usually is. Whew. Victims, I mean, yeah. We'll take it. It's even kind of like the shovel, right? In that it reflects grenades and stuff. Alright, what am I doing? This is, in fact, the right way. And it's even better than it used to be. So basically, I have no idea what color our run is. What I do know is that I see there a floor rune. And since we just hit our combo goal, if I'm not mistaken, we can just go ahead and take this. Alright. This would be a really good time not to take a whole bunch of damage. Are we still green? I think I'm still green. It's a green. They're green boots. I think I like this better. Yeah, the one we have is the better one. You can see this being a problem. I don't like the way these are synced. Okay, just didn't roll. I definitely tried to press the button to roll, but apparently just a little bit too late. Alright, everything's fine. I saw it. Don't worry. Oof, shouldn't have done that. Can't believe I didn't take damage there. Okay, so we have here the question of whether it makes sense to take a flask charge, and I'm gonna say no. We're gonna just tough it out, man. Everybody knows martial arts are more effective if you use some grenades first. This is a nightmare. Let's run over here. I'm gonna try to get him to come to us in a slightly more spread out manner. Yeah, so we can kill a couple of them at a time. Apparently I just didn't do it there. That platform sucks. I hate any time you have multiple shield enemies like 1.1 roll length apart, which is a thing we saw a lot that time. There's not really a good way to deal with those guys if you don't have from the front, obviously. If you don't have, like, a whip. You can try to shield off their charges, but if they're able to attack you in a way that is staggered, that is often just going to get you hit, attempting to do that. You know what? Give me my boots back. We're going boots mode here. Alright. It's a red build. I know it. The way the boxes have decided to color themselves based on our necklace. It's a little non-ideal, but I swear to you this is a red build. Whew. I love the fact that our boots destroy doors that are on other floors of the dungeon. He faked me out with the parry. Did you see that? That's not okay. Enemies aren't allowed to know they can do things like that. It's alright. It's one tiny mistake at the beginning of the dungeon. It is not a big deal. I do love these boots. These are some pretty good boots. At that time, I did not get caught off guard by the quickness of the shield slam. I mean, I knew he was going to do that instead of the other attack, but it's still, on that first one, it still just caught me off guard how fast it came out. Well, the time door is Huh. What did I take damage from? I was going to say, the time door is not really a thing we can rely on anyway, so... Boy, he just does not want to do this. I want to do a slam down through there, but the character not so much. He's not into it. Take that, giant failed experiments. Holy crap, look at the size of them. Yep, just absolutely rolled in front of him. Okay, today is not my day here in Dead Cells. Remember when I used to, like, win runs occasionally? That's... nah. I mean, we're only at 2 melees. We're only at 2 melees, but probably we're not getting the combo door. And I am sad about that. I do so love free high-quality item. I don't know. Honestly, there's so many rats on 4 cells that maybe we're still going to make it, actually. What? I really thought when he teleported into the cleaver that it was gonna, you know, do any damage at all to him. That's my bad, I guess. For trusting that my equipment would behave the way it's supposed to. Definitely not an upgrade. I kind of wish that I wish the speed door, like, had a scroll in it. Would make it much more reasonable to go for. Because you really, maybe this is not solid thinking. Maybe this is not supported by the way people who are good at this game generally think about it. But it seems to me like you can't ever, on this difficulty, pass up an opportunity for a scroll, because you gotta have so much damage. And in practice, isn't that just gonna mean that the time door is a huge... like, it's hugely random, right? Because you have to get the 2 scrolls. They have to appear in a place where you can get them. And still make it to the door. God. Oh, God. This is just going terribly. I might be tilting a little. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm definitely feeling some frustration here. And it's possible that it's the kind of frustration that leads to more frustration. Is there... okay, no. I think in at least one of these, there's a bed that has money in it, right? Maybe I'm imagining things. Absolutely not. Broadsword is a huge downgrade from boots. I love these boots. So, I mean, we're at a place here where it's looking like probably a flask use is in our near future. And in order for that to be a thing that we can actually, like, withstand in a long-term sense, obviously we're going to have to play really well in the future. So as not to be just way down on resources. Ah, again with the fake-outs. And it's really easy to go, I'm doing badly in the beginning. There's no sense in continuing. We should just restart the run. But, like, there's no reason that it should be more reasonable for you to play really well at the beginning than it is for you to play really well later, right? Like, if you need to play really well now to avoid using Flask now, or play really well later to avoid using Flask later, like, there's no reason to think that you necessarily can't do the latter one of those things. I think I'm going to stick with my boots. 6S is compelling, though. It's not compelling enough. Okay, so do we just want to... yeah, let's just do sewers. This has not been going so well so far, this one. But it's fine. We're gonna go to the corrupted prison, and we're just gonna use the chest to clear all of our melees. That's how we're gonna solve this problem. You know, with my melee build. It's gonna be a little bit more dangerous, but... like I was saying, I don't think you can afford to skip chests at this point. So... we're just gonna have to deal. We're gonna have to learn to take chests with melee, because it's... because the chests are no longer optional, in my opinion. Tainted Flask... I don't know. I don't even know if that's good. Soldier resistance... 2.6% HP doesn't necessarily seem great. Open wounds is always fine. And, like, disengagement did not really save me before. But it's still, you know what? It's still not bad. I guess if I'm planning right now, if I am at this moment intending to take a cursed chest and then try to alienation my way out of my situation here, maybe disengagement's not great because it's certainly not going to do anything while we're cursed, but thought I'd be able to land and roll before the projectile got to us. I was not. You're not going to spend a huge amount of that biome cursed. It's going to go away pretty quickly. The disengagement will still be useful later. Okay. So there's definitely at least, this guy. Okay. I really do like these boots. The combo is very cool and fun to do. Try to kick him toward the wall. I might have had the time there to just execute another quick 3-shot and dismiss all of the grenades that were close enough to us to be a threat, but I was not confident, obviously. Take that, nobody. I love the fact that it seems like if you execute the kick such that it bounces back these guys' eggs in the air, instead of spawning worms, they just spawn friendly biters. Why did I press both the buttons? One of those was guaranteed not to do anything. Damn it, stop hiding inside the walls. Okay. Whew. Now, there are bats down here that I didn't get. I guess we should probably take these guys, because they're not going to be that hard to kill. And I'm trying to get my combo. It's a shame that using the flip blast to kick bats into a roof doesn't damage them the same way it seems like using it to smash enemies into walls damages those enemies. Like that. One of my least favorite parts of these bats is that they have no respect for the single plane that the rest of us have elected to exist on. Okay. That didn't work. So I was hoping to just hit him with it. It would have looked really cool if I'd executed it right. Come back to my trap with me. Ah, you fool. Gosh, these guys have a lot of health. Yeah, enemies definitely take a big chunk of damage. Once again, I tried, Definitely take a big chunk of damage if you flip them into a wall. Unless they are a bat, in which case they are physics-proof. How do I actually do this? Oh, this might be a head thing. Yep, seems to have solved the problem quite expertly. Well, wait a minute. So is all this other area up there just... Hold on. That might be a different secret passage up above it. Yeah, it totally is. Just a weird coincidence that they appeared together. Or nope, a second way... Okay, I see. Weird. What a weirdly built little area. So close. So close. Don't get bit by a random bat. Oh, there's the guy. There's the last one. Damn it. There we go. I think we're not going to take this. Okay. I might want a grenade over a cleaver. I don't think we're really in a cleaver kind of space here, but I also don't know that I want to spend money right now. Although I guess a grenade is going to help us with the clearing the cursed chest thing, right? Yeah, you know what? I'll take this over the light speed at the very least. we now have, in theory, some tools that could allow us to clear a curse slowly, carefully, without necessarily getting to into a ton of melee combat. What's the best? I guess this is probably just drop right in is the best way to clear this. It's like the flip kick's gonna solve a lot of our problems. Just like in skateboarding. Flip kick solves everything. Slightly different from a kickflip. You know, the difference is in one of them you kick first. Alright, how much longer is this damn biome? So, it feels like we've gone a really long way, but I guess what I mean is we've traveled a lot. We haven't actually gone almost anywhere. The entrance is like right over there. Giving me a second chance. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't want this decoy? Yeah, man, I guess. I don't know. Alright, this is not where we are going. So what did I miss? Here we go. Here's what I missed. This big-ass hallway over here. Really thought I was gonna get, you know, just like all of the other times that I've done this in the last minute. Really thought that kickflip was just gonna execute faster than that guy's attack. That one time it didn't. Okay. It is wild how much space there is in this map. Why is this still going? Right? Does anybody else feel like we've been here way longer than we are usually on a map? Oh. That was really supposed to just like go over the cliff. Like this guy did. Okay, we finally found our way to the corrupted prison. I don't even want to go down there. There's probably like an enemy or something. I'm done with it. I don't care. So let's just get the hell out of here before I get myself killed. Alright, is this going to work the way I want it to? Probably not. My guess would be no. But it's certainly worth a try. Ooh, I do like a Hakudo's bow. You know what? I will... well, we're about to do a thing where it's like really important we don't get hit. And this is not actually like a damage bow. I'm going to take it. We're going to take it. I'm going to do it. Everything's going to work out fine. It's going to be just fine. I do think that the curse here is a tough one because that blob enemy is just a real nightmare. So, do we want to unlock a new weapon? I kind of don't want to die with all these cells on me, but also, I don't think that unlocking anything else right now is terribly valuable. Excuse me. And I do think that taking all these cells through to the boss would be pretty cool. We could end up with an awful lot of cells for that boss. Or for that forge. Yeah, let's cap that out. Okay, I like victims' remains explode. I like dislodging arrows. I'm gonna not take an upgrade on that, because I think we're pretty likely to replace it. And then... Adrenaline's okay for managing our HP, but malaise is the thing that's going to kill us most of the time anyway. Melee's only good if you're hitting the enemies, in which case they're probably... like, if you're getting your hits off, it's very often the case that the enemies are not then also hitting you. You usually stop them. Tainted Flask, it's just like, it's a lot of elites. We see a lot of elites, so maybe it's fine. I'm gonna take... Oh, I'm gonna take alienation. What am I talking about? We had a whole plan here. I had a whole thing I was gonna do. I would have realized when I got over to the door and then and then had to come back and rebuy our mutations. Alright, let's see if this is a thing I can actually do. We have a grenade. We have a thing we can throw down on enemies. We have colorless wings of the crow. Yeah, give me that. This is maybe a little on the dangerous side, because I am still a little awkward when using this thing, even though it does seem to be, like, very obviously powerful. And then we're just gonna... Alright. It's 15, because remember, alienation increases the number of kills on the curse by 50%. If we actually get this whole curse down, we're going to be in real good shape as far as our health and malaise counters go. So, what are you... Dude, fall. Let's just let that get some kills for us. There's a fair amount of health. Now, those guys, I know for a fact, will definitely still kill us while we are Wings of the Crow. So... Oh god, he teleported after me. Okay, there we go. All of a sudden, everything's fine. Ooh, okay, now we do the floor run. And honestly, like, yeah, that totally worked. We're at 3 malaise now, which is not as low as I would like to be, but it's certainly lower. Wow, that's a lot of cells. That's just a huge number of cells, man. Ooh, start an oil fire. Yeah. And 2 extra jumps in midair, which might actually be useful in here. Oh, well, I'm gonna get hit by this. It's important to know yourself. Okay. I think I can safely stand right here. This doesn't actually go through anywhere. It's just like Galaxy Quest. Okay, so up doesn't really... There's no reason to go up, it looks like. I'm just going to end up over here. Okay, almost went sideways. Did go real sideways. Yeah, that's pretty bad. There's a lot of damage. The spikes don't hit you that hard, but the maces certainly do. Okay, everything's fine. Why would you say that? Why would you even be worried? That could have gone a lot worse. We got this. This is easy. See, I told you it was easy. Everything's fine. And we're still probably in a place where, like, our health is not more of a danger than the malaise. Nope, we are not fighting you near that. Here, have this. Ooh, disengagement. More like re-engagement. Yeah, I don't much care for the slime men. Ooh. That is an impaler. I don't exactly know what difficulty level it will, or difficulty level. I don't know what tier it will be down here, but it's probably pretty good. Unfortunately, there's also a training dummy down below us. I'm gonna flask. I'll try to sneak past this dude without him noticing. Didn't work. That should do some good damage on the dummy and hopefully actually kill it. No, apparently not. Oh, that's not... Come on now. He should not be able to change his teleport destination after beginning the teleport. Like, I moved because I was like, okay, now he's aiming a teleport up here, so now it's safe. That sucks a huge amount. I will absolutely take this. This is a big upgrade. This is a great weapon. God, I hate the damn training dummies. Probably my least favorite thing in the game, honestly. Come on, die! Ah, damn it. Get him over to the wall. There we go. Ooh. Hey, that's not very good. Okay, if we're not standing on anything, he won't teleport. And my plan here is going to be to just let him walk back over to the wall, which he is just not going to elect to do, apparently. I learned. See, eventually I learned. That'll do. Okay. Oh good, a training dummy. Can I access it from below? Nope. We might have to go ramparts first, or like promenade first, and take on the prison depths, because the corrupted prison is a goddamn nightmare. These things are such a huge problem. Come on. There we go. Nope, he just teleported back up onto the same ledge. Ah. I guess once he starts doing that ball-up maneuver, he's no longer pushable, because my plan there was obviously to just shove him against the wall with the spear and then crit him and keep him stunned. Yeah, those guys suck to fight. They are a real nightmare to fight in melee. That biome just might not be meleeable for me. I'm sure the, top players can do it, but I don't see how you go through there with a melee weapon without taking a ridiculously huge amount of damage. So, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We're working it out. If it comes right down to it, if I just want to try to win, we probably could. Maybe I should abandon, let's try to get better at the game, and just go to, let's play alchemical pistol through the route we feel safest on, and just, try to hit the end. Maybe we've hit the point where it no longer makes sense to advance, and instead it's just about applying the things we've already learned to do. I don't know. I'll think about it. And you will see the results of some of that thinking when you come back next time tomorrow, because yes, we're doing episodes this weekend on account of how screwed up this week has been. So we'll see you then.